welcome Raiders. Thank you so much. I'm still preparing, but thank you so much, Aria. How sweet of you. Konniya! Hi everyone! We are today once again with my bestie Erin, and we are going to continue playing Umineko episode 1. Yeah! Hi Erin!
Hello! Hello Nia, hello everyone. Once again, very excited to come back and continue our journey through the Ushinomiya family conference.
Yay! So, yeah, that's how it is. I see the stream is already having a little bit of trouble. I'm going to nuke the bitrate a little bit because, again, we're only reading, so you don't really need all that many frames.
Not a graphically heavy game.
Yeah, and yeah. Tomamoto. Hello. Tomamoto. That is not my name. Also, yeah, hi everyone. Also, I added a new coffee donation goal for a new graphics card because, as you can imagine, my computer is pretty weak, so I can only play like really small games or old games, and I could really use an upgrade. My current graphics card is what's it called? It's like what is like an external, not an internal. Anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, fam/fatal. That is such a good username. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, let's just get right into it. Let me know how the volumes is, if you can hear me, if you can hear Aaron, if you can hear the game. Please let me know. Fam/fatal.
That is a really good name.
Hi Lupus, so nice to see you again. Konniya.
Hello.
But yeah, we are picking up where we left. We got a little bit of the elder generation talking to each other. Not a whole lot happened. We did encounter a few more times of servants referring to themselves as furniture. I just keep thinking about that. There is something fishy going on. Something is going on.
We did also learn a bit more about how Kinzo
oh, that's right.
brought the Ushinomiya family back.
Yeah, we learned about the origin of the... Well, not the origin, more so the restoration of the Ushinomiya family. Hi, Charlie.
Charlie!
I love you.
I love you.
Way so cute.
There's a cat on our fridge.
There's a cat right here.
Oh.
But yeah, so I have no idea what actually happened, but so far to me it seems that Kinzo entered some kind of pact with the witch, and she cursed him and or his family in return or something.
ルドルフのところは家族仲がいいじゃないか。良いことだ。よせよ。兄貴のところには負けるぜ。
そうよ。ジェシカちゃん、本当に可愛らしく育ったじゃない。
How much do I need to donate for switching to the original sprites? $1 billion. Thank you. Thank you, Aria. You're so sweet.
これも夏日姉さんの教育の賜物ね。どうも。
Wife? Yeah, my wife came by. I guess I'll start reading if that's okay.
Sure.
Thank you, Natsuhi answered coldly. With that, the conversation halted and the parlor became silent. Possibly because he couldn't stand it anymore, Hideyoshi broke the silence with an exaggerated gesture.
しかし、成長は早いもんやで。いつまでも子供だと思っとったが、図体はみるみるでかくなり、いつの間にか大人の仲間入りや。バトラ君なんか見違えたで。
体は大きくなりましたけど、まだ子供です。うちの主人も未だに子供ですけれど。
Both true.
Kirie-san really does not hold back, it seems.
No, she certainly does not.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to change my model setting a little bit. Hold on. Just a smidge. There we go. Okay. I wonder where the border between child and adult is. That is a very interesting question. Because with some adults, it really feel like they're just overgrown children.
That absolutely is true. I have certainly run into adults that, while they might be adults in age, in mannerisms, they still certainly act childish.
Yeah.
私、未だに大人になったって自覚が持てない。
情けないじゃないか。
Wow, big brother moment.
一時の母の言うことではない。
そうね。私たちももう子供じゃない。大人同士よ。だから感情的にならず、知的な会話をしたいわね。
They really such bullies to each other.
The siblings bully each other so hard.
When Eva smiled with sharp sarcasm, everything seemed to get more tense. It felt like the smell of the tea that had been prepared so carefully just flew out the window.
知的な会話なら昔からいつも心がけているじゃないか。お前の嫌味は時に的を外している。
I just realized that. Hold on, let me just move the Ko-fi alert so it doesn't cover the text.
Oh yeah.
Like the last time. There we go. 8.
昔から変わらない。
昔からいつもですって？あらあら。
Ara.
She's such an ara person.
She's like the definition. She's like a textbook ara.
その言葉をきれいに放送して、何十年か前のこの部屋に届けてあげたいわね。ねえ、ローザ。
She's about to poke her eye out again.
Gotta watch out for Ava and her fan.
Rosa smiled with an uncertain face. Whether she agreed or disagreed, she knew that she would earn the displeasure of her brother or her sister. It was a bit of worldly wisdom she had needed to learn as the youngest sibling.
よせよ、姉貴。ガキどもがいない間に本題に入ろうじゃねえか。
Cursed front angle Rudolph.
それこそ知的な話よ。
Oh, I think we're finally gonna learn something about the actual game. That's not just setting up the tone. As Rudolph glanced over the faces of all present, some let out a slight sigh, and some let a small look of resignation cross their face. This was the unavoidable true agenda. Agenda.
去年の時点で余命3ヶ月だったんだ。ってことは、すでにマイナス9ヶ月ってことじゃねえか。いつお迎えが慌ててすっ飛んでくるかもわからねえ状態ってことだぜ。
当主様は今でも健在でおられます。このような不穏当な話を日も明るいうちからなさろうとするなど、ルドルフさんの正気を疑わざるを得ません。
だがな、夏日さん。こういうしょっぱい話はいざことがあってからじゃ遅いんや。今が元気だからこそ余裕あるうちにしとくもんなんやで。これも財産のエチケットみたいなもんや。
Hideyoshi does not realize what he's gotten himself into, it seems.
諸君の関心は親父殿のようじゃないか。
Clueless.
clueless.
Thank you, Arya. We're gonna
Thank
have
you.
so much fun. Hi, Clown Spin. So nice to see you again. Konniya.
南條先生、あなたから説明してくださいませんか。彼らもそれをお望みらしい。
And the doctor is like, well, you see, a witch has cursed him. He will never die. He can die. Nanjo, standing by the window and staring out at the rose garden, let out a single cough when he realized that he was being called.
南條先生、お父様の具合はどんな感じなんですか？
Well, you see, your father is drinking himself silly.
He's got that demon absinthe.
He literally does. And the demon absinthe. Is the game too loud? I made it a bit quieter.
まずはじめに私が去年申し上げました余命3ヶ月という言葉が一人歩きをしているようですので
言われずともわかるわ。余命というのはあくまでも見込みであって約束ではないとおっしゃられるのよね。
It's not like people have an expiration date.
Right. Yeah,
さようです
can't ever say
で
for
すから
certain.
皆さんからたびたびお尋ねを受けますがいつ亡くなるのかということは決して断言できないことな人の命は体と心に支えられております。体が弱れば危うくもなりますがそれを補う心の強さがあれば小康状態を維持することもあるのです。
He's alive purely by his own will.
体はともかくお心はまだしっかりしていて意気健康でいらっしゃれるということですね。
キリエ、すまんがしばらく黙っててくれ。
Kind of not really related other than being about illness, but the other day I somehow ended up watching a documentary on YouTube about rabies, and man, I never realized just how serious they were. Cause like I kind of always assumed like since there is vaccine to prevent rabies, I kind of thought that there would be a treatment, but turns out if you start showing symptoms of having rabies, it's already too late for you and you will like most likely like 99% will die. So scary.
Oh, like rabies is no joke. There's a reason why they make a big deal about like getting your shots and being careful of animals that are displaying traits of it. Yeah, no, it's serious.
Hi Vixie, it's so nice to see you again. Konniya. Thank you for stopping by. Oh my god, thank you so much Arya for gifted subs. Yay! Oh, and then yeah, sorry Vixie. I instead read the first username it was gifted to. Thank you so much Vixie, you're so kind. Yippee! But yeah, rabies, right?
Yeah. So
out of context, Nia.
ごめんなさい。
さようです。金蔵さんの体はすっかり病魔に蝕まれております。ましてやあのような強いお酒をたしなまれ続けてはとてもとても。
崖っぷちなのも酒のせい、ながらえてるのも酒のせい。酒豪の親父らしいな。
それで先生、もちろん見込みで結構なんですけども、お父様来年の今日まではさすがにどうかしら。
She's so passive aggressive.
She has passive aggression perfected to an art style. It's almost like beautiful to watch.
Her signature.
当主様に対してあまりに無礼な質問です。
And of course, the VA performance of such passive aggressiveness is like really good. It makes me, who knows she's not even real, uncomfortable. Natsuhi jumped on Eva, unable to hide her astonished expression. In response, Eva returned a daring glance, but Hideyoshi, realizing what was going on, tried to smooth things over with a bitter smile.
ああ、夏日さん、カニーナ。エヴァ、お前も少し言葉を選ばんか。
ごめんなさい。お父様の容体が気になって仕方なかったもので。
She doesn't deserve Hideyoshi. He's too nice.
He's so nice. He's way too good for her.
そうですか。それは気づきませんでした。
南條先生、聞かせてやってください。父親の寿命を気遣う娘の麗しい家族愛じゃないですか。
Klaus laughed sarcastically, and Eva, smiling sweetly, returned an identical chuckle.
来年までお元気かという質問ですが、医者の私としてはとても難しい。この小康状態がまだしばらくは続くようにも思いますし、何らかの発作が来れば、その時にはどうしようもないかもしれません。何しろ六軒島は孤島です。すぐに救急車が飛んでこれるわけではありません。本来ならば本土のしかるべき大病院に入院していただきたいところなのですが、
親父殿は高尚な研究を中断されたくないと仰せだ。去年無理に連れ出そうとしたのがあだになったらしい。外へ出れば病院に閉じ込められてしまうのではないかとひどくお疑いになられていてな。すっかりこのざまなのだよ。
南條先生の診察は受けておられるの？
親父殿は南條先生には心を許しておられる。機嫌が良ければ診察も受けられるようだがね。
容体を見はするが、薬を勧めようとも入院を勧めようとも聞き入れてくれ。
It's really crazy that he lived so much longer than the estimation without even taking the medicine.
Yeah, no, Kinzo is like holding on by his bare teeth, like out of spite.
本当に見るだけですが。
That's really accurate.
お医者嫌いの方もおるもんや。しかし困ったもんだのう。
Nanjo sighed deeply. The purpose of an examination was to determine what medical treatment was appropriate. Receiving an examination and then not following the advice given made the whole thing pointless.
つまりおさらいすると、相変わらず余命は3ヶ月。瀕死のまま。あとどれだけ長らえるか見当もつかねえってことだ。
3 months, season 5.
ルドルフさん、言葉を少し慎まれてはいかがですか？
ああ、すまんね。昔からこういう口の利き方なんだ。勘弁してくれ。
南條先生のご意見は分かりました。クラウス兄さんから見てどうなの？
実を言うと南條先生とは異なる意見だね。とても余命3ヶ月の重病人とは思えないというのが本心だ。怒鳴り声は相変わらず健在で、いつぶん殴られるかとヒヤヒヤしっぱなしだよ。
Jesus.
長男にだけ親父の世話を押し付けるのは実にフェアではないね。来世では俺より後に生まれろよ。
A sick burn. What a line.
Rudolph's got a couple zingers in his pocket. You can keep going. I'm gonna step away real quick to use the restroom.
Okay, I'll let you know if anything fun happens.
Okay.
さて、話を戻そうぜ。そんなわけで、公正中立なお医者の先生の見解じゃ、
I hear Aaron's
いつお
now.
隠れになっちまってもおかしくない状態だ。
Yutaka is a wonderful black cat that Eren has. He's such a looker.
兄貴には悪いが、ここは専門家の意見を採用させてもらうぜ。となりゃ、決して親父の財産を話し合うことは時期尚早ではないってことさ。
お父様の個人資産はおそらく数百億にも届くでしょうね。
10 billion yen. That sure is a lot. That's probably like... Oh, what is it? My alarm. It's probably like more than $3 billion.
でもそれは綺麗な現金で揃ってるわけじゃないわ。お誕生会のケーキみたいに綺麗にナイフが入ってカットできるほど単純じゃないでしょ。
姉貴の例えは面白いな。そうさ。ケーキの上にはイチゴやらチョコの家やらが乗ってて、綺麗に等分するのが難しいことだってあるだろう。それを加味してどういう風にナイフを入れるのか先に相談しておくのは大切なことだと思うぜ。
Welcome
I have
back.
returned. Thank you.
You were so fast.
当主様が存命のうちから
yeah.
さも叩かされたかのように
We got
声高に
things to
議論
do.
される皆さん
They're
の
just still arguing.
Yeah, they do that a
あら、
lot.
必要な話よ。
What's Jessica's mom's name?
Natsuhi.
Natsuhi. She's like such a character too.
I love Natsuhi.
だって遺産相続はその時点で直ちに行われなきゃならないものよ。ましてや栄光ある後宮家の財産は莫大。事前に入念な相談が必要なことはお分かりでしょうが、当家の資産はあなたのご実家とは大違いなんだから。
The VA is so freaking good and dramatic. It's perfect.
Oh my god, Mikito like kills it.
Oh, I love this blushy face. Unexpectedly cute.
私の実家は関係ありません。
As Natsuhi resentfully responded in a low voice, the already dark atmosphere grew even more hostile.
予算買えば夏日さんカニな。
So was she just shaming Natsuhi's family? What?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah. She was shaming
Okay.
Natsuhi's family because Natsuhi married into the Ushiromiyas. So Ava was like, well, your
that
family's
makes
got
sense.
nothing on ours. Yeah.
That's true, that's true.
口が悪いのは許したってな。
Do you wanna take over?
Sure. Hideyoshi tried to smooth things over by glancing at both with a forced smile, but it only resulted in making the hostility between Ava and Natsuhi even more intense.
これ以上はお邪魔なようですな。
오자마자 난조. 오자난조.
Nanjo's like, ah,
오자난조.
just start saying that 3 times fast.
띠띠리띠리띠리.
失礼させていただきましょう。
Nanjo rose from his seat and exited the parlor. He's like, I'm done. I need to get out of here.
Goodbye.
To an outsider, it may have been envious of his ability to escape. After the doctor had exited and his footsteps had disappeared into the distance, Kraus recrossed his legs.
つまりお前たちの言い分はこうかね。親父殿の余命は短い。遺産分配について早急かつ具体的な協議に入りたい。何を焦っているのかね。確かにお前たちの言う通り、後宮家の財産を算定し分配するのは簡単なことではないだろう。なれば、じっくりと算定すべきじゃないのかね。お前たちは今晩のうちにもケーキを切り分けたいと焦っているように見える。そうだろう、ローザ。何を焦ることがあるのかね。
焦ってるわけじゃない。でも兄弟の間での取り決めは必要。それはいつでもいいことだけれども、お父様の具合が悪くなっていてその日が近づいているというなら、先に話だけしておいてもそれは請求とは言わないと思うし。
You gotta start discussing at some point. And since
Yeah,
it's
you can't leave
so
it until he dies.
and since it's so hard to get everyone in the same place, I really don't know what the problem is, to be honest.
I think there's just so much hostility, like, inherent in the
Yeah.
relationship to begin with.
Haha, inherent.
See what I did there? Rosa shot a glance at Ava and Rudolph. As the youngest daughter in the family, being cross-examined by the eldest was harsh.
ほう、それはお前の本心かね。兄弟で一番素直で綺麗な心を持っていたお前がそんなことを言い出すとは思えんね。そこの二人に吹き込まれたんじゃないのかね。
No bully.
Bullying.
No bully.
よせよ兄貴、ローザだって兄弟だぜ。
Rudolph is like really actually stepping up here. Both to
Yeah.
not Rudolph, both to Kraus and
Ava.
Eva, yeah.
親父の遺産に公平な権利がある。
Oh, why is Web calling me? Hold on.
Yeah.
Wabo, I'm streaming. There we go.
関心を持つのは当然じゃねえか。
Web jump scare.
Web jump scare.
親父だっていつかは必ず死ぬし、それは遠い未来の話でもない。むしろ兄貴が悠長すぎるくらいさ。まるで遺産分配から話をそらしたくて仕方がないように見えるぜ。
それはどういう意味ですか。主人にやましいところがあるとおっしゃいたいのですか。
まあ夏日さん。
Hi,
Nate's
Easy. Hi, Nate. There is
Hi,
a
Nate.
little redeem that's like 1 point for lurking if you'd like. But thank you anyway.
話は聞いておくなあれ。
兄さん、
Nia time.
今
Hi,
は大
B.
変強気だそうじゃない。
Oh.
Hi, Violet. Hi, Basti. Konniya.
そうよね。去年以降空前の好景気で円は上がる一方、ドルが100円に至るのだって夢物語じゃなさそうよ。
Aww. Cuddling with Christian and watching the Uminekos. I'm the Umineko because I live on the sea.
それに与党は来年頃に保養地整備法を成立させようっていうじゃない。今や日本中のリゾート開発会社がどれだけ軍資金を集められるかって奔走してるところよ。
詳しいじゃないか。これから日本には空前の好景気が訪れる。親父殿が後ろ宮家を再興した時と同じくらいの。日本国民は死に物狂いで働き、高度経済成長を実現して世界で一番豊かな国民となり、我が世の春を謳歌するようになった。国民の消費は増大し、それを回収できる施設があぶく銭を手にする時代になったのだよ。今や国民のニーズは3種の電化製品ではない。スキー場、ゴルフ場、総合プール。
Do they like want the island?
リゾートホテルにテーマパーク。数年前に開業したデルゼニーランドには
Delsnyland!
Disneyland! Yeah!
Who here have gone to Delsnyland?
Disneyland with
あそこでは大人も童心に帰り家族で楽しむことが
What
で
is
きる。
this? What is this placed advertisement? Advertising.
Dell's Neeland with Marky Mouse.
Marky Mouse! Hi kids! It's me, Marky Mouse from Dasvidaniya!
かつて家族を顧みずに滅私奉公することだけが美徳だった時代はもはや終わろうとしている。我々は世界で一番豊かな国民としてようやくそれを享受できるようになったのだ。
クラウス兄さんの読みは大したもんや。わしも数年前に聞いた時はそんなアホなと思ったわ。でもな、 G5 のプラザ合意聞いてから変わったんや。円はみるみる強くなり、地価はこれから天井知らずに上がるやろ。日本が世界経済の中心になる日も遠くはない。兄さんは時代を見る目のあるお人や。それだけは間違いないで。
秀吉兄さんに同じだ。兄貴は10年越しで時代を読めてるよ。その嗅覚は親父譲りだろうな。大したもんだぜ。だが親父と違ってちょいと見通しのタイミングを読み違っちまったところはあるよね。
Maybe it's because Rudolph is main character's father, but I'm really sensing a bit more empathetic side in him.
As compared to the other ones, yeah.
That is to say, I want him. I want this old man. I'm sorry.
兄さんは必ず日本が好景気を迎えると信じてあちこちにリゾート計画を起こし、そのほとんどで失敗し続けたわ。兄さんの読み通りの時代は確かに訪れつつあるけど、その時期を読むことには失敗したわね。早すぎたのよ。そして焦って清算して結局は傷口を広げたわ。本当に嗅覚が当てになって好景気が訪れることを読めていたなら清算するわけない。これって兄さんが自分で自分の才能を信じてない証拠じゃないの？
失礼な。主人を侮辱するつもりですか？
Natsuki's like always ready to throw hands.
She's especially with Ava.
Yeah. Girlies are fighting.
The girls are fighting.
Read.
Oh yes. Natsuhi's forehead creased as she rose from the sofa. Eva, paying this no heed, stared at Kraus with a confident smile. Kraus, who also maintained his confident appearance, told Natsuhi to sit down.
Sit.
よさないか夏日。昔からこういう言い方しかできない。少し落ち着きなさい。また頭痛に触る。
兄さんに才能がない証拠は私たちのすぐ近くにもあるわよ。だって兄さん、この島をリゾート化するって張り切ってたじゃない？
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. And you were right on the
素敵なリ
money.
ゾートホテルも建てて、庭園もきれいに整備して、私は素人だから分かりかねるけど、相当のお金を使ったんでしょう。
だから何だというのですか？主人の事業はあなたとは関係ありません。
いいや、そいつは違うぜ、夏日さん。六軒島は兄貴のものじゃない。親父のものだ。もちろん建てたホテルは兄貴のものだぜ。なんなら俺たちは今夜の宿泊料を払ってやってもいいさ。な、ローズ。
それはまあ持ち合わせで足りるなら。
リゾート化できればこの島の資産価値は上がる。支出がかさんだことは事実だが、未来に大きな収穫を期待できる。そうなれば結果的にお前たちにとっても有益なはずじゃないか。
それはわかるわよ。この島の価値が上がればそれを遺産分配する時の私たちの取り分も増えるもの。もちろん島や屋敷を4分の1ずつ切り取れとは言わないわ。それを算定したお金で解決してくれればいいだけの話よ。
そこまで分かっているなら私の事業に何の不満があるんだね。不満じゃねえさ。第一兄貴、 あのホテル、いつになったら開業するんだ？このままじゃ俺たちの手垢だらけになっちまうぜ。
そうよ。大切な商売道具でしょ。確かに開業するまでずっと鍵をかけておくわけにもいかないわよね。少しは使って風通しを良くしないと建物は傷んじゃうもの。でも、私たちが年に一度泊まるだけのゲストハウスって言うんじゃ、ちょっと豪勢すぎやしないかしら。ねえ、ローザ。
She's like Eva is like an energy vampire for real.
She's sucking it out of everybody else.
She's feeding on them so hard.
そうね。あんなに素敵ならオープンしたらさぞや人気が出るでしょうね。
ああ、あなたが前に言ってたホテルってゲストハウスのことだったのね。
立派なもんだろ。ローザの言う通り、オープンできたら人気が出るだろうよ。
The lodging they had been guided to had not been constructed with the intent of building a guest house. It was originally constructed as a resort hotel. However, even though it was constructed 2 years before, there was absolutely no prospect of it opening.
兄さんのいつもの事業と同じよ。着目や企画はご立派。そしていつも途中で立ち行かなくなって何も回収できずに終わる。
この島をただ住むだけにしか使わないのはもったいないって兄貴の着眼は立派さ。そしてリゾート化してマリンスポーツやらフィッシングやらハネムーンやらを誘致して盛り上げようってのはなかなかいい絵だったと思うぜ。
Rich people are so weird, like if they really do have like billions of yen. Even if they do lose some, this is like way too much for all of their families to spend in their lifetime.
Yep. There's rich people for you.
Yeah.
俺だって長男だったなら、この島を何かに有効利用できないかと頭をひねったに違いないさ。
でももう出来上がってから2年も経つのよ。2年経って未だに開業のめどはつかないの？任せてる管理会社はどこ？
失敬な。主人の仕事を請け負う会社間でトラブルが生じているだけで、うちはあくまでも被害者です。
しかしな、クラウス兄さんが任せてる例のとこ、あまり噂は聞かんで。
はっきり言ってあげなさいよ。不払い横領トラブルで計画が空中分解しちゃったって話。裏も取れてるんだから。
Wow. Oh my god.
And now it starts to come out.
The drama.
何の裏だか存じませんが、事実無根です。観光業への新規参入には方々への根回しが必要になります。
Hi there, it's so nice to see you again. Konniya. How's it going? Goes good. We're like watching such a drama unfold right now. They're arguing about money and inheritance, and it's crazy. They're like really biting into each other's throats.
Like they're going for the jugular.
Yeah.
それに手間取っているだけに過ぎません。
ホテルの完成が早すぎて勇み足になったことは認めよう。だが維持費がかかってるわけじゃない。やがて大きな意味を持つ布石だ。
嘘つけよ。生産したくても売れないだけだろ。
Truly a soap opera for real.
観光ルートの確立してない何もない離島にやたら豪華なホテルなんて買い手がつくわけもねえさ。
Are you gonna say something, Aaron?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's got like real soap opera energy for sure.
Yeah, it's like a reality TV to me.
それに事業に集めた融資はどうなってんだよ。
維持費はかからんでも回線借金は膨らむ一方や。
We love embezzling.
It's our favorite thing.
Yeah.
この島の開発計画の話、 ちょいと調べさせてもろたんや。
My god, everyone got dirt on Klaus.
正直こっちもええ話は聞かへんのや。
秀吉さん、確かに今の財政状況だけを見たらそういう印象を持たれるかもしれない。
Hi, Scroning. Welcome. Nice to see you again. Konniya.
だがこれは先行投資なのだよ。その読みを誤り、これまでに多くの負債を生んでしまったことは認めざるを得ない。だがようやく時代が私に追いついた。これまでに失った分はすぐに取り戻せる。いや、それどころかこれまでの投資だってやがては私のもとに戻ってくる。そう例えるなら、放った稚魚が鮭となり、肥えて帰ってくるようにね。
それは認めるで。これからリゾート業界は空前の好景気を迎えるやろ。これまでの負債を埋められるほどかはわからんが、だがな、クラス兄さん、これまで散々負け続けた兄さんがどこから軍資金を調達したっていうんや。それも半端ない軍資金や。あれだけの穴を埋められる軍資金やで。
秀吉さんは何をおっしゃいたいのですか？
ああ、夏樹さん、ほんま怒らんといてえな。わしらも調べたんや。これまで負け戦続きのクラウス兄さんに最近の強気な莫大投資を支えられるほどの融資を誰ができたんか調べたんや。
結果いねえんだよ、そんな後ろ盾は。弱り目と逆に張るのがマネールーレットの鉄則だ。
What's going on then?
兄貴はこの界隈じゃちょいと知られた弱り目さ。確かに時代は好景気を迎えようとしているが、これまでの兄貴の失敗等を天秤にかけて、その上で融資に値すると思う連中がいるのかって言ったら誰もいなかったのさ。
ならね、そのお金をどこから調達したのってことになるのよ。
ほう。
How?
興味深い。
Is that all you have to say for yourself?
How?
それで
あなた、このような暴言をいつまで放置されるつもりですか？
座れよ、夏日さん。単刀直入に言おう。兄貴は親父の個人資産を
I
自
knew
分の事業
it!
に流用してる。
He's been stealing family money because what's the dad's name? The father's name?
Kinzo.
Kenzo is being a hikikomori in his McMansion.
So he's not paying attention. Yep.
Yeah.
これはほぼ間違いね。
He only cares about black magic these days.
And
The Kinzo.
Torichen.
Torichen.
これが俺たちの誤解だってんなら、どうかぜひそれを解いてもらいたいもんさ。
Wow, they're really cornering him.
ルドルフ、流用なんてもんじゃないわよ。これは横領よ。刑事告発できる立派な犯罪なんだから。
無礼極まりない。
Oh, they would love to have one less pretender on for the inheritance.
Yeah, if they can remove him, that's more for
仮に
them.
も後ろ宮本家跡継ぎの後ろ宮クラウスに向かって信じられない暴言です。
Nazi is really like, how dare you say all these things that are true? How dare you spill these truths?
暴言じゃないわよ。図星でしょ。なんとか事業を成功させてこれまでの損失を埋めたいんだけど、その穴は広がっていく一方、博打の穴をさらに大きく張った博打で埋めたいだけよ。その軍資金がすぐ近くにあったなら手をつけるのは道理。はっきり言うわ。兄さんがしているのは横領よ。お父様に対する裏切りよ。叱るべき決着がついた後には司法に委ねることになるでしょうね。そんな輩に後ろ宮本家跡継ぎを名乗らせるとお思い？
ユニコと書いて。
The
当主様への
wind.
裏切りとは聞き捨てがたい。この栄光ある後宮家の敷居をまたぐ資格はもはやあなたにはありません。即刻ここを出て行きなさい。さあ、ほら。
Should I take
Do you
over?
want to read?
Yeah. Natsuki, who had already reached the limits of her anger, shouted at Eva in a rage. She then pointed alternatively at Eva and the hallway, indicating that she should leave. Eva took out a folding fan and fanned herself with it, glaring maliciously at Natsuki as though silently daring her to repeat what she'd said. However, her mouth was still smiling, curved in the shape of a crescent moon. In that unpleasant silence, Rosa gulped.
ねえ、夏日姉さん、誰に向かってそんな口をお聞きなの？
無礼極まりない主人の妹に対してです。これ以上は私も本家の台所を預かる者として聞き捨てなりません。
台所を預かる？
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
黙るがいい。この名ばかり女房が。
Eva folded the fan with a snap and rose powerfully. Compared
Yeah,
to
here
the
we go.
elegance and playful behavior she had shown until just now, she was unimaginably aggressive.
バカバカしい。お前が下がりなさい。この後ろ宮エヴァに。当主様の左肩を許されている後ろ宮家序列第3位のこのエヴァに下がれと？身の程を知りなさい。そしてお前のそのみすぼらしい姿を鏡に映してみるがいい。どこに片翼のわしが許されているのか。貴様など後ろ宮家の跡継ぎを残すためだけの存在じゃないの。
Borrowed worm? That is...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Freaking savage.
身の程をわきまえるがいい。このゲス女が。
Well, Eva's face grimaced? How do you say that?
Grimaced, yep.
While Eva's face grimaced unattractively, her words cut into Natsuki's heart, as though pierced by claws and painfully twisted in. There were 100 ways Natsuki wanted to respond. However, her anger and sorrow crushed her throat, and not one of them managed to make it to her mouth. I love the writing in Umineko.
It's so good.
It's really like music to my ears. It's so beautifully
It's very
put.
evocative.
The anger which had lost any place to go became a single hot tear which slowly dripped down.
何か言い返したいならどうぞ言い返しなさいよ。ほーら。
Eva faced her with a provocative gaze. However, Natsuki's fist was shaking. She trembled all over, unable to do anything. Kraus quietly broke that powder keg tension.
夏日、席を外しなさい。頭を冷やすといい。
Natsuhi, resenting the fact that her husband had not come to her aid, shifted the focus of her attack.
あなたはさっきから何を言われているのか分かってるんですか？
Natsuki is getting angry on Kraus's behalf, but he would not defend her.
Yep.
At all.
It super sucks.
Like, I understand that it's not like he asked her to, but like they are supposedly a married couple.
Right, they're supposed to have each other's backs.
Yeah.
この人たちはユニコと書いてあなたのことを私たちが後宮家の栄光を守りお父様からそれを受け継ぐため日々高潔であろうとする全ての努力をないがしろにして踏みにじるなんという聞きがたい暴言あなたもあなたですどうして言い返さないんですか あなたが言い返さないから私が言い返しているのに、さっきからあなたは私に任せっきりで、その私に頭を冷やして恋なんて言うんですか。いつも私ばかり。
Aww. I feel bad for Natsuki.
Yeah.
I 私はいつも真剣にこの家のことを考えているのに、それはあなたは。
Hi, Calico. Welcome. Natsuki was already unable to hide her tears. She flew from the room in that state. After that, all that remained was a somewhat embarrassed mood about the parlor. When the sound of footsteps grew distant and silence returned, Kraus shrouded his shoulders slightly. What an asshole.
He sucks. Kraus sucks.
Oh, those women.
Those
Cannot
women and
even
their
control
emotions.
their emotions. Yeah.
あんなのに切り盛りされてたんじゃ、兄さんも気苦労が絶えないわね。
I was so pleased with herself.
Yeah, she got exactly what she wanted.
God. Like, I know Natsuki is no present herself, but this is a bit
But she
much.
didn't deserve this. Yeah.
奥様。何でもありません。下がりなさい。
Natsuki flew into her room and bent over the bed, lamenting. Those heart-wrenching sobs reached Kumasawa in the hallway.
おいたわしや奥様。奥様とエヴァ様は犬猿の仲。このお二人の関係を説明するのは、女の私にはとてもしんどくございます。後ろ宮家は血を特に重んじられますが、嫁いで家を出れば、本来は序列から除籍されます。ですから、エヴァ様も本来は秀吉様とのご成婚の際に除籍されるはずだったのです。ところが、これは誰のせいでもありません。ましてや、奥様のせいであろうはずもありません。
Hi, Popcorn. Konniya.
神様の気まぐれとしか言いようがありません。クラウス様と夏日様にはなかなか子宝が授からなかったのです。何しろ男尊女卑の後ろ宮家でございます。妻は跡継ぎを残すための道具。その妻が唯一の役割を果たせないのなら、もはや人間扱いなどされません。当時の奥様が親方様からどれほど責め苛まれていたか、思い出すのも苦しゅうございます。
Yeah, all this air bullshit is always so hard, and she struggled for a child, and we know that the only one they have is a girl, Jessica.
そんな中、エヴァ様に秀吉様とのご結婚の話が持ち上がりました。エヴァ様は狡猾でした。奥様がいつまでも身ごもられないことにつけ入って、親方様に取り入ったのです。入り婿を取って自分が跡継ぎを産むと吹き込み、ご自分の席を後ろ宮家にとどまらせるよう認めさせたのでございます。
The scheming.
後ろ宮家に嫁ぎ、外様扱いの奥様と入り婿を取る形で血族として残ったエヴァ様は、後ろ宮家の序列の中では雲泥の差。しかもエヴァ様は先にそれも男児をご出産されております。どれほど奥様の立場がエヴァ様の前で弱いものであったか。奥様にとっては、もし自分がすぐに解任することができれば、エヴァ様の入り婿など親方様に認めさせずに済み、今日のエヴァ様の増長を許さずに済んだだろうという しかし、それは奥様のせいであろうはずもない。すべては気まぐれな神様とジェシカさんをお届けすることが遅れたコウノトリのせいなのでございます。だからといって奥様にはそうと割り切れるはずもない。ただただ妻としての責務を全うできなかったことに、女として悔し涙をこぼすしかできないでしょう。はあ、老いたわしや。私には何もできず、こうして物陰から見守ることしかできないのです。
Wow, that was so emotional and impactful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, I don't agree with women's only purpose being childbirth, but like, it is something that she actively wanted. And then Eva decided to use that to her own advantage. That's so crazy.
It's horrible. Yeah. No, it was a horrible thing to do.
Like, it's a really sensitive topic.
Mm-hmm.
We crossed the hall again on our way to the entrance. As we did, we once again saw that witch's portrait. Beatrice! However, the word saw is probably not the best word to describe that experience. It was more like our eyes were drawn to it. The woman's eyes, with their sage-like glamour, definitely had the power to make those who viewed it stand rooted to the spot.
魔女ベアトリーチェか。本当かね。
バトラ信じてない？
Back when he had asked what this picture was, the first person to tell him it was Beatrice had been Maria. Therefore, when Battler showed signs of doubt, Maria must have felt that Battler didn't have faith in her. Of course, that's not what Battler meant. Maria ran up to the portrait and began banging on a plate hanging below it. Maybe the title of the portrait was written there. Maria, trying to prove that she wasn't lying, obstinately continued to hit the plate.
ああ、悪い悪い。別にマリアが言ったのを疑ったわけじゃないぜ。
Maria banging on the plate. Can you freaking read?
Come and read this to me.
Yeah. When he patted Maria's head and apologized, she seemed to accept it, sticking out her chest and proudly oohing. She loved to ooh.
何
She loved to ooh.
我が最愛の魔女ベアトリーチェ。
It's epitaph time,
故
baby!
郷を貫く。って、なんだこの怪しげな長い碑文はよ。
The plate did have the title of the portrait written on it, but it was much too big to contain only that. Beneath the title, what looked like a long epitaph was also written. If you just skimmed over it, several unnerving words would jump out at you.
すげえだろそれ。じいさまが書かせたものだよ。意味深だろ？マリア知ってる。黄金の隠し場所。
おいおい、後ろ宮家の隠し黄金の話か？そりゃまた懐かしい話だね。っていうか兄貴、これマジなのか？
これを書かせたおじいさまは、この絵とこの碑文に関しては何も語ってくれないんだ。でも親類たちの間では、おじいさまの黄金の隠し場所を記したもので、この謎を解いた者に家督と黄金のすべてを譲るという意味ではないかと、もっぱらささやかれてるよ。
マリア聞いた。黄金いっぱいいっぱい。さてな、10トンの金塊なんてね。
10 tons? That is ginormous.
It's a shit ton. Yeah, it's so much.
私はちょいと眉唾だけどな。
しかしよ、こんな碑文を読んじまうと、 マジかなって気になっちまうな。
I think I already explained grandfather's upbringing, but let me also mention the Ushiramiya family's legend of the gold. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Grandfather succeeded the Ushiramiya family after it had been destroyed in the Great Kanto earthquake. And, by successfully riding the stormy seas after the war, managed to accumulate great wealth. That much of the story everyone knows. However, from here on, the strange part of the story begins. Part of it is closely tied to grandfather's black magic hobby, so its credibility is extremely low, but... well, wait until the end before you doubt or make fun of it. After the war, grandfather correctly predicted what the future would hold and won in a huge gamble, accumulating a vast store of wealth. But there is a mysterious legend about how he gained the funds in the first place.
Thanks for water, Redeem. I just did.
Yum. Grandfather came from the Branch family and had no connections in the business world or the financial world. Even though he later built connections with the occupying forces, in the beginning he was supposedly a nameless person who had not yet gained anyone's trust. Money can only be gathered based on trust. There's no way anyone would lend money to an untrustworthy person. How did grandfather, whose trustworthiness was zero, manage to obtain the large amount of funds in the first place? It is said that, when asked this question, grandfather answered like this. On a certain day, I encountered the Golden Witch.
Oh, thank you for redeeming Twin Tails. I think my toggle for Twin Tails was the same one for this. Let's read the... thank you for redeeming the Twin Tails. They're so cute. I love them. Yeah, let me just...
Twin Tail, yeah. Here we go.
So he was pretty upfront with it.
Yeah, he did. He did just tell him. He did just say
I met the witch.
On a certain day, I encountered the Golden Witch, Beatrice. Grandfather then went on and on about he continued to research alchemy and techniques for summoning demons in order to become a great magician. And the entity summoned as the result of the demon calling ceremony was the Golden Witch, Beatrice.
Sorry, your Twin Tails sent you into the future. It's okay.
Powerful Twin Tails.
Magician? Kizo?
Yeah.
Magician?
Yeah. Like a wizard. He then said that he made a contract where, in exchange for his own soul, he would receive fortune and honor.
Soul?
My favorite word. The witch then granted grandfather 10 tons of gold. Grandfather used this gold as collateral to prepare a vast quantity of funds and then used that to multiply his wealth by several times and revive the Ushiramiya family. It seems that this story was so old that our parents had already been told it when they were still children. Therefore, while our parents were still young, they explored this island in various ways, believing that the gold that grandfather had received from the witch might be hidden somewhere. However, since there was the danger of them getting lost in the abandoned forest, grandmother began to spread the story that the witch lived in the forest and that approaching it was forbidden. I remember that old story. When we were little, our parents told us about it and we went all over the island searching for treasure. Didn't we get lost in the forest and start crying until some of the servants found us? Our parents were so mad at us. How nostalgic. We sure were idiots, weren't we? After all, grandfather used that to build up the funds that he had finally bought this island with, right? That means he must have had the gold before coming to this island. There's no reason the gold itself should be on the island.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. That's not necessarily so. Maybe the gold was hidden on the island from the beginning and he bought the whole island just to make sure it was all his. There was a whole 10 tons of it, right? It seems more realistic that he would try to secure the place where it was hidden rather than try to move it at all. Also a good point.
Okay, we caught up finally.
This epitaph was written 2 years ago, and since grandfather wrote it himself, I see, this does make the legend of the gold more believable. The funds that revived the Ishinomiya family... And that's sleeping somewhere, ready to be turned over to whoever can solve grandfather's riddle. Maybe that's why he did it? Ha, I guess that sounds like grandfather's style or something.
Solve my riddles 3.
it's got that energy. The epitaph carved into the plate was very mysterious, with something like a poem or a song written on it. That paragraph was incredibly disturbing, filled with the signs of grandfather's black magic hobby, and its contents were in bad taste.
I want to see!
But it could definitely be viewed as a puzzle which, if solved, could lead to the place where the gold was hidden.
そういうつもりなのかどうか、おじい様の胸中は想像もつかないけどね。一つ言えるのは、このうさんくさい碑文を、おじい様は一族全員に告示するかのようにここに掲示したこと。そして、黄金の存在はほのめかしながらも、未だにその隠し場所について一切触れないこと。そこから、親たちが想像を膨らませて、おじい様の知恵比べに違いないって言い出した。
欲の皮が突っ張ってるうちの親父あたりだろうぜ。こんな読まい事を真に受けてるなんてよ。じい様の黒魔術趣味はバカにしてるくせに、この隠し黄金の話だけは信じてやがる。調子のいい話さ。
確かに現実的な話じゃないよね。当時無名で何のコネクションもなかったおじい様に無償で莫大な金塊を融資する人物なんているわけがない。それがいたからこそ、おじい様はそのスポンサーを魔女と呼んだというなら考えられない話じゃないけど。
Beatrice, the sponsor.
The sponsor of this family.
でもよ、10トンだぜ、10トン。
Beatrice, the sugar mommy.
一体現金に直したらいくらくらいになるんだ？っていうか、とんでもない量になるはずだぜ。
とんでもない量だよ。人類が有史以来発掘した黄金はせいぜい10万トンって言われてる。人類の歴史が手にした黄金の1万分の1を個人が手にしてるっていうのはとてつもないことだよ。それが一箇所にあり、しかもそれをおじい様にポンと貸し出せるような魔女。ただものじゃないね。
私はよ、その10トンって数字ももはや嘘くさいと思ってるぜ。
That is true.
第一よ。
Yeah, it sounds like an
小さな以外に
arbitrary.
見たやつはいないんだろ？仮に気前のいい魔女が実在して黄金を貸したとしても、それは10は10でも10キロぐらいの間違いじゃねえのか？ 10 キロでも相当いい金額になるはずだぜ。
10キロの黄金っていくら？
Is it heavier than 10 kilograms of feathers?
Which one weighs more?
A kilogram of gold? Or a kilogram of feathers?
Of feathers. And which one would you rather have?
Thank you, Viri. Hope you had a nice breakfast. Have a nice rest of the day as well. Bye-bye. Good luck
Bye,
at
thanks
work.
for coming. Maria, who wasn't following the story and felt like she was being spoken to in riddles, finally found a place where she could ask a question. A question which I also wanted to know right then. Whether I hear 10 kilograms or 10 tons, I know that it's an incredible amount, but I couldn't guess exactly how incredible each one is.
I think there is a pretty distinct difference between 10 kilograms and 10 tons.
True that. But in terms of worth, I mean, obviously 10 tons is more, but 10 kilograms of gold would fetch a pretty penny. George Aniki folded his arms and tried to remember the market price of gold.
さあ、金も相場の影響を受けるから何とも言えないし、純度や鋳造先の信用によっても変わってくる。
Yeah, 10 kilograms is one thing, but if it is a huge amount of gold, it might be really hard to check all of it if all of it is genuine.
Yep.
換金に手数料もかかるし、ただ希少金属であることは間違いなくて、このまま採掘が進めば人類はあと半世紀ほどで全てを掘り尽くしてしまうんじゃないかって憶測もある。デタラメに言って1キロあたり200万円程度の価値はあるんじゃないかと思うね。
ひゅー、私よ、10キロってのは今適当に言った控えめな数字なんだけどよ、それでも2000万円の価値があるってことになるじゃねえかよ。
おー、マリア体重28キロ。
How much gold am I?
ということはマリアちゃんと同じ重さの黄金ならその価値は5000万円を超えるって計算になるね。
そりゃたまげるな。10トンならいくらだ？ 10 キロで2000万が1000倍だからはあ、200億円か。こりゃたまらねえや。
How much is 20 billion yen actually worth? We can only measure it relative to our own pocketbooks. Anyway, let's say that wages over a lifetime are about 200 million yen. You grow up and work like crazy, sacrificing your life for your company, and as you approach old age are financially freed.
Finally.
Finally freed. Well, yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
Everything including retirement money could be about 200 million yen. In other words, that is the amount of money for a human's life. You could even call it the price of a life.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's not get into that, Battler. So 100 times this sum is an unbelievable amount of money. If you work from age 20 to age 60, that's 40 years of work, so it's equal to 4,000 years of work wages.
Wow. It's almost like rich people do not need that much money.
Mm-hmm. It's
Serious.
almost like they're hoarding wealth.
No way.
It's like if you worked every day starting from the Jomon period and finally accumulated this much money.
ほう、200億円ってすごい？
ああ、すげえよ。マリアの大好きなショートケーキだったら多分一生かかっても食い切れないくらい買えるぜ。
I love that he, in the voiceover, he said, maybe. What do you mean, maybe?
Maybe. It's like, no, you definitely could there. That's something you could do.
Just, what kind of glutton do you take Maria for?
Unlimited
でも
shortcake.
200億円という現金ならいざ知れず、それと同等の金塊がひとところにあるなんてとても現実的とは思えないね。さっきも言った通り、黄金は非常に重くて財産をまとめておくにはちょっと便利とは思えないよ。
Oh yeah, and Beatrice is called the Gold Witch, right?
The Golden Witch? Yep.
The Golden Witch.
That's her title. That's her title.
That's pretty literal.
It sure
ものすごい
is.
額面の有価証券とか、ものすごく価値のある宝石とか、そういうものなら考えられなくもないけれど。
It's like, is she the Golden Witch because she granted him gold? Or is she the Golden Witch because it's the only thing she can do?
戦時中の混乱期に自分の資産を持ち運べるよう全て宝石などに変えた人たちがいたのは有名な話だからね。でも黄金で資産を備蓄したというのはなかなか聞かない。
確かに重いけどよ、国際的に一番信用されてて価値も安定してるし、意味はあるんじゃないのかな。証券とかだったら国が滅びちまったら紙切れになっちまうわけだし。
そういう考え方もあるね。 でも 10kg のインゴット一つでも体感重量は相当のものだよ。聞いたことない？ 50kg の人間は背負えても 50kg の俵は担げないって。
True, we are not ants.
Nope, we're not built for that.
それだけの莫大な重量の金塊を個人が所有するリスクと手間は計り知れないね。
ってことはつまり200億円の札束がうなってるって話ならともかく、200億円分の黄金が山積みになってるってのはちょいと現実味がないわけだな。
そういうことになるね。黄金伝説なんて響きはとても面白いんだけど、そもそも10トンの黄金という時点で少々無理があるね。
そうやってリズムで考えるとみるみる嘘くさくなっていくぜ。夢のない話さ。
Yeah, so let's just not believe it. Let's just move on with our lives.
Just ignore it.
Let's just ignore
that
it.
part. Yeah.
And that Beatrice in the corner of my eye, it's fine.
It's fine. She's right behind me.
She's not doing anything. She's just standing there. It's fine.
Chilling.
でもそこは何しろあのおじいさまだからね。親切なお金持ちからの融資を大げさに吹聴して魔女から授かった10トンの黄金。10トンという数字も象徴的な感じがするしね。
つまり借りた金のありがたさは10トンの黄金に匹敵する価値があった。
They don't know.
They certainly don't.
じいさまに大金持ちの勇敢マダムが気前よく恵んでくれて、そのご婦人を魔女と呼んだってことじゃねえのか。
Do you want to take over?
Sure. I see. Jessica's example isn't bad. Someone who would generously lend a huge sum of money to grandfather when his trustworthiness was still zero could be called a witch. Furthermore, grandfather later used that money to build a vast amount of wealth. Someone with such a great ability to judge people might also fittingly be called a witch. Also, since she went to the trouble of lending all that money, she might also have enthusiastically guided how it was spent. The decision to unexpectedly get involved with the occupying forces and profit from the Korean War demands might have been inspired in grandfather by the witch. If you put those together, saying that he received wealth and honor from the witch might actually make sense.
なるほどな。
He connected the dots.
He's connected them.
He didn't connect shit.
ってことはつまり
He didn't connect shit.
この魔女様は
That
後ろ宮家
that
のための
meme
資金を恵んでくださった。
is like so representative of the first 4 arcs. It's just
となりゃ
perfect.
じい様が感謝の気持ちを込めてこんだけでかい絵を描かせて掲げさせたってのも、なるほど、おかしい話じゃないのかもな。
Yeah, it really seems like there are so many layers I could not even begin to comprehend.
ひょっとするとよ、当の本人は見るからに魔女っぽいばあさんだったかもしれないぜ。案外当の本人に会ってみたらこんなに美人じゃないかもしれねえな。
ありえるね。ベアトリーチェって名前はいかにも洋風だけど、僕たち一族の名前がみんな洋風であることを考えると、このベアトリーチェって名前も日本人名を無理やり洋風にアレンジしたものなのかもしれないよ。
They are coping so hard right now. They are on that copium.
Inhaling insane amounts of copium.
Yeah. Hi, Space Junko. You heard this game has women? There are some really interesting women.
It sure
なる
does.
ほど、なるほど。この美人は絵の中にしかいないってわけだな。それじゃああの立派そうな胸は揉めそうにないぜ。
Oh, Battler.
Back to his old tricks.
鼻っから魔女なんておかしいんだよな。そんなのが地球上のどこにいるってんだ。
As I made fun of the witch, laughing, I was trying to separate myself from the kid I was 6 years ago, who was afraid of the witch of the forest. At that time, Maria tugged on my sleeve. The strength with which she did was filled with a little unhappiness.
なんだよ、マリア。
ベアトリーチェはいる。
Maria stared up at me. She had on her usual sour look, but I could tell she was angry because of the color of her eyes.
魔女いる。魔女はいる。
なんだよ、そりゃいるだろうよ。テレビをつけりゃアニメとかによ。
いる。魔女はいる。
Gwenny! Konniya! It's so nice to see you. Thank you for coming. I started getting impatient, not knowing why Maria was jumping on me like this. Then Jessica tapped me on the shoulder and told me in a small voice.
バカだな。子供の夢打ち砕いてんじゃねえぜ。マリアは魔女とかベアトリーチェとかが確かに存在するって信じてんだよ。
確かマリアちゃんは学校の文集に将来なりたいものは魔女って書いてあるんだっけ。
Oh no!
Maria!
Maria nodded seriously. Tears started to run from the corners of her eyes. I see, to a girl who wants to become a witch in the future, the existence of Beatrice was proof that witches do exist in this world, and was therefore an image that she yearned after and admired.
いるよ。魔女は、お兄ちゃんは信じるよ。
George's Aniki kneeled down and held Maria's head. Watching this, Jessica poked my side. So that's what it is. It's like on Christmas Eve shouting that Santa Claus couldn't exist in front of a child who believes in him. I'm not the kind of guy who likes to shatter kids' dreams.
悪かったぜ。別にマリアの夢にケチをつけたわけじゃねえんだ。謝るよ。
Mixamida, thank you so much for the follow.
ベアトリーチェはいるよな。今もこの島の森の中に住んでいて、夜な夜なこの屋敷で何をやってるのか覗き見しに来るんだろ。
Like right now.
だから森には入っちゃいけない。
She's right behind my shoulder, isn't she?
Isn't she?
夜はいつまでも暗い森を眺めていてはいけない。森の魔女ベアトリーチェに見つかってしまうかもしれないから。バサマがそう言ってたんだもんな。
本当にバトラーは信じる？
おお、信じるぜ。ケチをつけて悪かったよ。ほら、仲直りしようぜ。
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Season.
I stuck out my hand and Maria grabbed it with her tiny hand, and we made up. Maria didn't grumble any more than that, so George, Aniki, and Jessica were relieved. Hi, Indy. Hello. So, we did see some pretty important stuff, such as I forgot. I'm not really good at summarizing stuff.
A little bit. We got a little bit more about the older generation. Yeah, that's all right. It's hard.
Yeah, we saw the older generation
fighting over money.
Yeah, arguing real bad. Especially Ava bullying Natsuhi.
Yep.
Yeah. Apparently, Natsuhi, Jessica's mom, she was struggling to conceive a child before Jessica was born, and since she was married into the oldest Ushurami family branch. Do you call that a branch? Anyway, she was married into the oldest brother, and she was expected to bear an heir. And then Eva, who really is not even supposed to be a part of the family because she, as a woman, wanted to get married outside of family, so she would have changed her last name and would be exiled, I guess, from the family by doing that. But somehow she decided to use Natsuhi's inability to get pregnant to her own advantage, and she got pregnant first. And not only was her child a boy, which is again good for an heir, but yeah, she also managed to talk Kinzo into allowing herself to stay in the Ushiromiya family. So she was like really using all that against Natsuhi. And also we learned that Natsuhi's husband, the oldest son, Kraus, has been embezzling the family's fortune, and everyone was up his ass for it.
Yep. Rightfully so.
And now we also learned about the Kinzo's gold stash. Yeah, on Beatrice's portrait, there's a really long epitaph that says about the legend that how like the witch granted his wish of money, of the fortune and stuff in exchange for his soul. So like Kinzo is being pretty upfront, to be honest, with the whole witch business.
He's just spelling it all out. Yeah.
They
I
just
don't
do
know
not
about
believe
you, but I would
it.
never give away my soul.
You love your soul.
I do.
You're all about the soul.
I'm all about the soul.
Oh, in this case, it is Italian pronunciation, so it is Beatrice.
The Italian way. Oh, Naps is here too. Hi, Naps.
Hi, Napsy. Hi. Are you winning, son? We're like, it's like we're watching a reality TV.
皆様、ここにいらっしゃられたんですか?
Finally, after all this drama, we can rest our eyes and soul looking and listening to Shannon.
てっきり海岸へ行かれたとばかり。
Shannon-chan, carrying a basket, was surprised to find us all gathered in front of the portrait.
シャノンか。いやさ、バトラはベアトリーチェの肖像画を初めて見るからさ。まあ見とれてたってわけだぜ。
そうですね。見とれちゃいますね。ベアトリーチェ様って本当にお綺麗です。さぞや親方様を虜になさったろうと思います。
パトロン説の他にも、おじい様の初恋の人だという説もあるんだ。どちらにせよ、彼女に出会ってから数十年を経ているだろうにもかかわらず、今なお心の中に大きく居座り続けているんだから、それは今なお虜にしているということなんだろうね。
Woman spotted. We love Shannon.
There she is. We got one. We love
Shannon.
Shannon, my beloved.
やれやれ。これじゃ、ばあ様はさぞや嫉妬しただろうぜ。
私はよく知らねえけど、やっぱりそういうのはあったらしいぜ。ばあ様は金髪の浮気相手がいると信じてたらしいな。
Oh, that really does sound like it might be true, among other things.
Very plausible.
Talking about cheating in front of a child? Oh. Maria, sniffing, approached the basket Shannon-chan was holding with interest. After hearing that, I noticed a fragrant scent with the essence of vanilla.
申し訳ございません。熊沢さんからこれを皆さんにお届けするようにことづかりました。
Pastries?
なんだろう。
Treatsies?
素敵だね。
Treats?
Treats?
Snacks?
Treats for us?
クッキーだ。
Cookies.
Cookie!
クッキー食べたいクッキー食べたいお召し上がりいただけますよ。でも、
After all, it's not like you can just serve cookies in a place like this in front of the portrait.
You could if you weren't a
you're
coward.
hungry, if you're hungry, she's hungry. Let Beatrice eat the cookies.
Right? Like, witches need to eat too. Feed her.
Feed me. Shannon-chan sent us a glance which seemed to ask what we wanted to do about it. Well, normally that would be considered impolite.
マリア、ここじゃなくてよそで食べようぜ。クッキーをお弁当にピクニックに行こう。
Ah, they could do a little picnic in the garden.
On the beach.
Oh yeah, on the beach. They were talking about it.
ピクニック行こうクッキー食べれるなら行こう
I went to a botanical garden earlier today with my family. It was really fun and nice. But there was also a lot of walking uphill. Left me really tired. And Aaron is going to a botanical garden next week too.
Yep. It was a fun coincidence to find out.
Yeah. Maybe someday we can go together.
Oh, I would love that. That would be so much fun.
We could go on a little picnic.
A little picnic in the botanical garden.
Share the cookies with Beatrice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
そうだ。ちょっと表の空気を吸いに行くか。魔女様の御前でつまみ食いもねえもんだぜ。
そうだ。もともと私たちは浜辺に行こうって言ってたんじゃねえか。
I wonder if something gonna happen on the beach.
行こうぜ行こうぜ。
シャノンちゃん、申し訳ないんだけど、腰を下ろせる敷物と水筒にお茶を入れてきてもらうのをお願いしてもいいかな。
Go to a zoo. I hear they have animals sometimes. No way.
That's
Aminals.
so cool. Aminals.
Gravity Weapon, thank you so much for the follow. Enjoy. A few years back, I went to a zoo, and it was also kind of like a reserve. I don't know how else to call it. Anyway, I took a cable car over the zoo part that you could not normally walk into. It was like a big open space, so you could look at animals just running around in a big open space from above. It was really cool.
That does sound really cool.
Kind of like safari, except you're on a cable car and not on the ground.
That would be cool to see it from above. That's a really neat perspective.
Yeah. Nice. There is obviously a scary element, but that aside, I do love being up high. Something about it.
Cable cars are nice.
かしこまりました。
We have mountains here, and there is also a cable car here that I want to take sometime.
That would be cool. Yeah, the last time I rode a cable car was when I was in Japan.
Oh, was it fun?
It was. We went to Itukushima Shrine on Miyajima, which is right outside of Hiroshima. And there's a mountain on Miyajima, and you can ride the cable car up to the top.
Can you explain the plot of this game to me in Alan Wake terms? I don't know what that means, but I assume it means in simple terms. This is a family drama about rich people and a witch who made them rich. Is that comprehensive? It's a supernatural family drama about rich people on an island, on a remote island with nobody else there. It is, I guess it is reminiscent of And Then There Were None story. A classic killings on an island story, right?
Yep. That was actually one of Ryukishi's biggest inspirations when writing Umineko.
I read it a few years ago, I think. It was neat to know where the trope originated. It was really interesting.
Yeah, I've never read And Then There Were None, but it's definitely on my list. I would very much like to read it one day.
It's not that long, so if you ever like just bored, it is like a one-day thing, so yeah.
Oh, cool.
Shannon-chan received her instructions and gracefully bowed before retracing her steps. Alan Wake is the opposite of simple, actually. Oh, I'm sorry, I really have no idea who that is. Yeah, we don't have time to explain in great detail. You can Google that. Also, this is a no spoiler stream and I never played this game before, so I wouldn't know all the details anyway.
Do know the details, but I am remaining silent.
Yes, thank you. But I'm glad you have interest in this game space, Junko. Do you want to take over?
Sure. Everyone headed for the entrance in a group. Feeling as though that witch was staring down at our backs, I turned around once more.
アトラ、まだ信じてない？
いや、信じるぜ。その方が夢があるしな。黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェがじい様に10トンの黄金を授けた。それで、その黄金がどこかに眠っているかもしれない。しかもそいつを、じい様は怪しげな碑文に書き残し、こういうロマンはあった方がいいってもんさ。
200億円の黄金か。私たち4人で山分けしたってとんでもない金額になるな。
一人頭50億円か。すごいね。それだけあったらどんな事業でも起こせそうだよ。いや、そもそも働かずに生涯を優雅に過ごせるだろうね。
50億円よりクッキークッキー。
She just want cookie.
She just cookie. She got her priorities in order.
マリアには金よりクッキーだな。
5 billion cookies.
Oh.
In my mouth cookies. Now.
Now. What's your favorite cookie?
My favorite cookie? Well, I do love the classic chocolate chip. And then you mentioned pistachio cookies. I really want to try those. Those sound delicious.
Yes.
I like cookies that aren't too sweet. I love coffee cookies. What about you?
Chocolate chip is my number one for sure, but I also really like shortbread.
Oh yeah. Shortbread is really good.
Yeah. So the pistachio cookies are shortbread cookies too.
Ooh, that sounds delish.
They're so good. I make them. I'm actually probably gonna make them soon because I tend to make a lot of cookies for Christmas.
Yes.
So for a few years now, ever since I found that recipe, I tend to make the pistachio shortbread.
Definitely send pictures when you do again. They look so delish.
Oh, they're so good.
Cookie heaven now.
Cookie heaven now.
しかし、50億円か。夢のある話さ。
But also, Maria, money could be exchanged for goods and services. You could buy many cookies with 5 billion yen.
バカバカしい。
Back to this shit.
お前たちは親父殿の黄金伝説を本当に信じているのかね。
魔女が黄金を与えた云々はさすがに信じねえさ。
It's really interesting to see the scenes jump back and forth between the older and the younger generations because obviously they have very different perspectives on what's happening.
The juxtaposition is insane.
だが黄金の話だけは間違いじゃない。
お父様が出自不明の金塊を持っていたことは複数の筋から確認されているわ。死んだマルソーの会長は生前、お父様に某所で積み上げられた金塊を実際に見せられたという。お父様はそれを指して10トン分あるとはっきり明言したわ。
老いぼれのざれ言じゃないか。親父殿と一緒に 存在しない黄金の存在をでっち上げただけだ。取るにも足らない。
存在せん黄金にあないな軍資金は集まらへんで。会長さんは生前その真摯なお人柄であれだけ大勢の財界人から尊敬を集めたお人や。詐欺の片棒なんか担がへん。
兄貴、マルソーの会長は確かに見てんだ。10トンの黄金をはっきりとその目で。
Oh wow, someone actually saw that gold.
しかも親父は
Apparently
そのインゴット
so.
の一つを任意で抜き取らせ、会長に持ち帰らせて鑑定させた。それは10キロのインゴットで、鑑定結果は純度49。
Wow.
That's
インゴ
impressive.
ット表面には後ろ宮家の家紋である片翼の和紙が刻印されていたという。
Oh wow.
後宮の黄金伝説は瞬く間に財界のフィクサーたちの間に広がったわ。鋳造元不明の黄金は換金率が悪い。ボロ儲けのチャンスだと思った彼らはそれを担保に認め、結果お父様は莫大な融資を受けることができた。
バカバカしいにも程があるじゃないか。お前たちはいくつになる？まだそんな子供の頃のおとぎ話を真に受けているのかね。第一、その10トンの黄金の証拠はどこにあるんだ。親父殿と親交の深かったごく一部の人間のざれ言だけじゃないか。
I guess whoever quote unquote proved it, it could also just be in on it. If
Yeah,
that's the case.
That's also a
もちろん
possibility.
不便だけさ。でもよ兄貴、親父が調達した莫大な金はそれに見合う担保が必要だった。仮に黄金がデマでもそれに匹敵する価値あるお宝を親父が見せたのは紛れもない事実じゃねえのかい。
都市空間の親父殿が作った黄金幻想さ。ありもしない黄金をあるかに振る舞い、スポンサーたちを騙したんだ。一世一代の大博打だったのだ。運よくその資産の運用に成功できた。もし当時の外需拡大がなかったら後宮家の再興はならず、親父殿は正規のペテン師として追われていただろう。
じゃあクラウス兄さんは黄金など最初から存在せず、全てお父さんのでっち上げだ言うんか？
もちろんさ。だから十分な成功を収めた後には黄金幻想など面倒なだけだった。だから親父殿は魔女だの黒魔術だのとわけのわからないことを後に言い出して信憑性を薄めたのさ。つまり黄金幻想がでっち上げであることを明かしたのだよ。魔女に黄金を授かったなどと言えば、もはや誰も黄金の存在を信じたりはしまい。あるいはお前たちのために言い出したのかもしれないな。なのにありもしない黄金を遺産分配に含めて議論しようというバカな息子ローザ。まさかお前までこんなでっち上げを信じてるって言うんじゃないだろうな。
私はお父様が本当に黄金を持っていたかどうかを確かめることはできない。でもお父様の4人の子供の一人として正当な分を主張したいだけよ。
ほう。
Ho.
ローザも
Again with the
言うようになったじゃないか。
Cows be like, ho.
なるほど。お前たちはこう言いたいわけかね。私が黄金を独り占めしようとしていると。
兄さんが莫大な軍資金を調達したのは事実。それがお父様の個人資産の横領では断じてありえないというなら、つまりはそういうことよ。
The music is so terrifying.
Oh, the music. The music in Umineko sets the tone so well.
It's so good.
俺たちはそう見てるのさ。
バカバカしい。そんなものは元より存在しない。
じゃあ説明なさいよ。お父様の財産の横領、お父様の隠し黄金、 そのどちらでもないなら、どうやってあれだけの軍資金を調達できたっていうの？
私にも政界財界に友人が多くいてね。彼らから協力を得ただけに過ぎんよ。それについてお前たちに説明する義務はない。分かっているだろう？話せぬ方面の筋もある。兄貴がそうだと言い張るんならそれでいいさ。でもよ兄貴、親父は長くない。来年の今日まで生きてるなんて誰にも保証できねえんだぜ。親父が死ねばその時点で遺産相続だ。俺たちは全員の立場から中立な弁護士と会計士を立てて親父の財政状況を調査させるぜ。
その時、お父様の資産に兄さんが不当な干渉をしていることが発覚したならお分かりね。
何の話だかさっぱりわからんね。
Oh god, they're really gonna eat him up and leave no bones behind.
妻でなくても憤慨したい気持ちだ。
お父さんの黄金はもちろんお父さんの財産や。表に出せん金やっちゅうのも分かっとる。しかし4人に公平な権利があるはずや。
つまり兄貴が黄金を独り占めしていないかどうか、兄貴についても財務状況を調査させてもらうぜってことなのさ。
いい機会じゃない。兄さんの言うところの友人知人にバックアップしてもらったというところを証明なさいよ。そうすれば兄さんは潔白。私たちはくだらない疑いを持ってしまったことを潔く謝れるわ。ねえローザ。
そうね。クラウス兄さんこそ話をはぐらかしてるわ。やましいところがないというなら証明してくれればいいだけの話なのに、兄さんはまるで取り合おうとしてくれない。
だがまあ兄貴の立場にも配慮するさ。親父の名代ということで俺たちより一つ多く責任を背負ってるところもあるだろう。
Hey, give me a sec. Ah, I see. There you go.
今まで散々気楽に過ごしてきた俺たちがそれを察しないでブーブー言うのはこりゃフェアな。
Ho? Ho?
さっきから落とされたり持ち上げられたりと忙しい。本題に入りたまえ。
つまりな、お父さんの財産をあれこれ調べて重箱の隅をつっつくんはブスやないかって話なんや。クラウス兄さんの言う通り、うまく説明できん金の動きもあるやろ。そこを理解した上でわしらは兄さんに相談を持ってきたんや。お互いにとって悪うない相談や。
相談？ほう。
I can't take it seriously.
It's his favorite word.
How?
遺産分配時。今日まで親父の面倒を見てきてくれた兄貴の心を最大限に汲み取り、分配に寛大な理解を示そうってことさ。
Well played.
You too.
Well played.
間違えないでよ。別に私たちの権利を放棄するって言ってるわけじゃないのよ。ただ、その権利を主張する際に
We connected the dots.
兄さんの立場に立った寛大な理解があってもいいんじゃないかしらということなのよ。
つまり条件を飲んでくれたら、わしらは遺産分配時にお父さんの財務状況調査をクラウス兄さんに一任してもいいっちゅうこっちゃ。
All of the siblings from Eva downward suspected that Kraus was trying to steal their father's wealth. In that situation, letting Kraus report on the state of their father's wealth by himself was extremely contradictory and a huge concession. As they claimed, Kraus was actually embezzling money, Kraus would be able to hide the fact. Besides that, it would also be possible for him to control the distribution of the inheritance in a manner favorable to himself. Kraus also realizing that... Thank you so much for the follow, Jersey BZ. Welcome, Konniya. Kraus also realizing that this sounded too good to be true, couldn't help but feel doubt. He had to worry about what kind of collateral they had to make this kind of... He had to worry about what kind of collateral they had to make this kind of a compromise. The sentence is a bit hard to understand. Oh, they had to make this kind of... Okay. Got it. Oh. Ho ho ho.
信用ゼロの私に長兄としての信頼を返してくれるというのか。その見返りは何だね。同じ兄弟としての公平な権利さ。俺たちの兄貴は親父の財産をかすめ取るようなやつじゃない。だがしかし兄貴に融資するパトロンも存在しない。となりゃつまりこういうことなら兄弟は納得するわけさ。
兄さんは10トンの黄金を見つけ、それを担保に軍資金を作った。そう。お父様がかつてそうしたようにね。
そういうことなら、お父さんの財務状況におかしな点は一切あらへん。クラス兄さんはずっとお父さんの世話をしてきた高校息子や。
So they're implying that he invested it? So technically there would be no difference in the gold or what?
I think they're claiming that he invested it, so he probably got some returns on his investment, so he should, in theory, have more than enough to distribute wealth among all of them.
そないな人を信用せんわけにはいかへん。
So they are asking for a share of what was returned from the investment?
Yeah. Yeah, they want what's theirs. They want some of that sweet cash.
They're playing 4D chess out there.
回りくどくて分かりづらい。もっとはっきり具体的に言いたまえ。条件の一つ目、まず兄貴は親父の黄金を見つけていたことを認めること。ありもしない黄金を私が持っていると認めろと。
条件2、その黄金について兄弟の取り分を認めこれを支払うこと。
バカな。ありもしない200億の黄金について一人頭50億、合計150億を支払えというのか。バカバカしい。
最後まで聞きなあれ。そない大金出てくるのは分かっとる。できへん取引はするつもりないで。もちろん黄金の取り分についてもクラウス兄さんの今日までのご苦労を十分にねぎらって換算するつもりや。
条件3、黄金の分配は後宮本家当主跡継ぎの肩書きに 50%、 残りを兄弟の正当な取り分として分割。
She's using... Is she using the vague language on purpose without saying Kraus and his family? Because, like, we know the murder is going to happen here. So if he's not the one bearing the title of the successor, then you know what that means. Is what I'm feeling here.
Yeah, no, she's trying... Yeah. She's trying to like sweeten the deal for him to be like, oh, see, like you'll get a greater share though.
In theory.
もちろん、クラウス兄さんもこれには含めるわよ。
200億のうち125億を兄貴に、25億をエヴァ姉さんに、25億を俺に、25億をローザに。ありがたくて涙が出る分配じゃないか。存在しない黄金のためにお前たちに75億支払えというのかね。
何よ、兄さんの取り分は私たちの5倍じゃない。私なら踊り上がっちゃう好条件よ。
条件の4、分配金は親父の死亡時に遺産分配に含めて清算する。ただし 手付金として俺たちの取り分の 10% を即納してもらう。支払いは来年3月までだ。
どうやクラウス兄さん、お父さんの財産をめぐる信頼を回復する絶好のチャンスやないか。さすがに75億の大金はお父さんが亡くなったからやないと無理やろ。だが手付けの7億半はなんとかできんこともないんとちゃうか。
半年で7億ってのはちょいとしんどい話だが、政界財界に友人が多いってのが自慢の兄貴なら。
本当なら今すぐ75億を一括で払ってもらいたいところよ。でも兄さんの立場に配慮してとりあえず1割を納める誠意を見せてくれたら。
This is really giving me the same energy as like guilting people into buying something they don't need by, you know, slapping a 50% off sticker on it. Because like no matter,
it's really a good deal though.
Yeah, no matter how good the deal is, if it's something you weren't gonna buy to begin with, that just means that you're losing money either way.
Losing money anyway. Yep.
残りの9割は遺産分配時に持ち越してくれていいってことなのね。1割程度の誠意なら兄さんにだって示せるんじゃない？
親父殿の財政状況調査を私に一任する権利を7億5千万で売りつけようというのかね。
That is a nice summary of it, yes. I mean, otherwise he might as well just go in jail.
Right, yeah, like they're being like, we won't get the law involved if you do what we say.
Yeah, like I know they're full of shit and this is probably like most likely not gonna happen, what they're promising him, but they do have a point.
上等じゃないか。お前たちも成長したものだ。この私に取引を持ちかけられるようになるとは。
これらを兄さんが飲むなら、私たち兄弟はお父様の財産状況調査を兄さんに一任する。ただしその調査結果は公弁の対象となる。当然よね。75億分私たちの取り分が減るように調整されちゃったら悲しいもの。
原則的に文句は言わねえつもりだ。兄貴が綺麗にやってくれたならそれでいい。よっぽど露骨なことをしなけりゃ俺たちはことを荒立てるつもりなんかねえんだぜ。俺たちだって早く遺産は欲しい。いつまでもグダグダして取りっぱぐれたくねえんだ。
公弁された場合の再調査は誰がするのかね。
兄さんでいいわ。多分これが兄弟で合議する最初で最後の機会だもの。そんなことにはならないと信じてる。
ローザもたまには言うわね。
The Kraus was completely not trusted as the oldest sibling is so obvious at this point that there's no need to explain it. The formerly tyrannical oldest brother would always abuse his privileges and violate the other siblings' shares. Compared to that, the other three, who had become adults, were only now striking back at him for the first time and only by working together.
申し訳ないが、条件はまだ続くんや。
You can take over next time narration starts by then.
条件5、この取り決めはお父さんの遺言状に優先する。後になってこの取り決めが保護になるような遺言が出てきちゃかなわんちゅうこっちゃな。
入念じゃないか。なら質問だが、仮に本当に黄金が見つかった場合、どうするのかね。
それに対する支払いを兄貴が済ませてる以上、俺たちは本当に黄金が出てこようがどうでもいいことさ。俺たちの取り分は先払いってな感じになるわけだからな。
夢があっていいじゃない。この島をリゾート化するつもりなんでしょ。その工事の途中でひょっこり黄金が見つかるかもしれないじゃない。
Ava let out a high-pitched laugh, Kraus watched without even flinching.
条件に7をつけてもらおう。
7. Sure is a number.
私以外の兄弟が
It is the
大物を発見した場合、
number.
速やかに私に引き渡すこと。
ええ、もちろん保証するわよ。
Do you trust her? Does anyone?
Does anyone trust her?
Does anyone?
If you do, I would be worried about you.
Yeah.
It was a play on words. The others, who were forcing Kraus to pay money for some non-existent gold, would of course not insure Kraus's portion if they actually found the gold. From the beginning, this deal had been nothing more than a threat directed at Kraus. No!
No way.
No way. While the truth might be different, the possibility that Kraus was embezzling his father's assets was extremely high.
She's so charismatic, though, you can't deny. That is very true. Like, the VA obviously plays a big portion, but, like, yeah, Eva is just so terrifyingly charismatic. That's why, that's low-key.
You can't help but roll with her.
That's low-key why I'm afraid of George, their child, the child of Eva and Hideyoshi, because, like, both of them are... Like, Hideyoshi is obviously nice, but especially in this conversation, you can really feel his businessman prowess.
When at last Kinzo faced death and surely some unpleasant facts would be established. That situation would likely be a fatal wound to Kraus. They had snatched up that weak point and, under the veil of compromise, were threatening their brother to try and wring out a huge sum of money. However, they had let one thing slip. The three of them had forgotten that their oldest sibling, who they couldn't defeat unless they had banded together, was very crafty and had a swiftly spinning brain.
Oh, what's he about to throw at us?
Kraus, noticing that Eva, sure of her victory, could not hide her smile, relaxedly let out a gloating laugh as he spoke.
Oh.
とても良い話じゃないか。私もお前たちとの関係が疎遠になっていたことには非常に心を痛めていた。
Right.
この条件を飲むことによって
You fucking
兄弟
liar.
間の関係が再び有効なものにできるなら喜んで話に乗らせてもらおうじゃないか。喜べローザ、取引は成立だ。
Rosa's expression dimmed. When her brother started talking like this, the conversation would never change for the better. Eva was also sensitive enough to realize this. Therefore, even though Kraus had obediently accepted the deal, she was unable to wipe away her feeling of insecurity.
嫌に素直ね。兄さんらしくもないわ。
それはひどいじゃないか。私に下心があるというのかね。
No.
No, not at all. Why would we think that?
あるわけもないさ。
To think that none of them could defeat him without being all together is really making him out to be quite formidable.
Yep, that speaks volumes.
Because, like, obviously we know that all of them are, like, demon spawns.
Right.
Like, Kraus gotta be, like, the worst one of all.
The worst one of them all.
The best of the worst.
It felt as though only that part was sorry, let me start that again. Just the same as all of you, it felt as though only that part was emphasized.
He read right through them.
Like he was playing along.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's gonna tip his hand. The color of Rudolph's face darkened. He heard it as, I have an idea at the same level as yours. That gave him a sense of urgency. Trying to bring this near-finished discussion to a conclusion, he rushed to wrap it up.
ならいいんだ。じゃあ兄貴、ここにサインをもらえるか。今の話を書き出した俺たちの誓約書だ。人数分ある。同じ内容に全員がサインする。
Rudolph took 4 written contracts out of his breast pocket that had the details of their deal written on them. They came prepared.
Yeah.
もちろん今から追記するで。
It's like, did they get that done before they got here? Did they get it while waiting?
They must have like all met up before the conference to be like, okay, this is the plan of attack.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. My cat is being bad.
Oh, Yutaka. I heard a meow. Yutaka being naughty.
Okay, I have removed the worst man in the world from the corkboard. Little fiend.
For some reason, my model's mouth keeps opening and closing without me doing anything. What is happening to you?
Ghosts.
Weird. Let me reload it. Ghosts.
Fish mode.
Fish mode? Yeah, that was weird.
Aniki, pen 使うか?
There you go.
Rudolph took a fountain pen out of his breast pocket and offered it to Kraus. Kraus made as if to accept it, but then with a small laugh threw back his hand without taking it and spoke.
Actually,
when Kraus said that one sentence, all of the siblings felt as though something annoying was creeping up their backs at the same time.
Spiders. So many spiders. You know, when you feel the wind rustle your like leg hair or something, and you keep thinking, oh no, it is so many spiders, but keep calming yourself that is not the case. Well, one time it happened to me, and I looked down, and that was actually a spider. So now I don't trust. I don't trust like that.
Yeah, that's happened to me before too, so I never trusted either. It's
yeah. Sometimes it is spiders.
Sometimes it be spiders.
何を焦っているんだね。もちろんサインはする。お前たちに黄金の分け前、75億円分を約束する。親父殿の遺産分配の時、きれいさっぱり清算することも約束する。だが、一点だけどうしても譲歩してもらいたい部分があるのだよ。
Is it the one with the title of the, what was it? The person holding the title of the heir of the family? that the
何の
one?
話だ、どの点が気に入らねえってんだ。
分け前の1割7億5000万円を即納する点だよ。お前たちの指摘通り、私の財政状況は決して裕福ではない。数々の先行投資によって未来に必ず回収できると保証されながらも、今のこの時点では火の車であることは認めなければならない。つまり、今すぐに動かせる金は全くないということだ。私は無能で詳細の嗅覚も鈍い。お前たちの言うところの弱り目の私には7億半も半年で動かせる力はない。
Yeah, I kept thinking about that as well, because like before they kept saying how inadequate his business have been.
そんなはずはないでしょ。いい加減なことを言ってこの場をごまかす気。
遺産分配時に全て一括で生産する。1割を即納する条件を削除したまえ。それが私にサインさせるための唯一の条件だ。
クラウス兄さん、この1割はな、あくまでもお兄さんの誠意を測る数字なんやで。本当なら取引の余地もない話や。そこを100歩譲った上で、とりあえず1割の誠意でこの場を丸く収めちゃるっちゅう大サービスなんやで。そう説明した上でそこを断るっちゅうんは、互いの信頼関係にちょいと影を落とすんとちゃいますか。
Hideyoshi had a humble expression on his face and was rubbing his hands together. But his eyes were not calm at all. Pause for a little bit there, so I'll restart that line.
No problem.
Kraus had already seen through the shadow in the depths of those eyes.
お前たちは何を焦っているのかね。それとも何に怯えているのかね。ローザ、私にだけは教えてくれんかね。他の兄弟たちには内緒でこっそりと。
He's so scary.
It's a scary man.
Pressing the youngest one.
よせよ、兄貴。俺たちは兄貴がサインするかしないかしか聞いてない。妙な勘繰りも交渉もなしだ。
ほう。
ほう。
私には交渉の余地もないと。立場が弱いのは私の方で、公平な関係ではないと、そう言いたいのかね。
Shivers began to crawl up Rudolph's back. He began to feel himself getting sucked in by the height of his brother's completely insurmountable wall and that long shadow which had existed since they were children.
Kind of not really related, but is the anime any good?
No.
No?
So the problem with so I watched this. The anime was actually the first exposure I had to Umineko. I watched it as it aired in 2009. It aired before the visual novels were done, so it didn't have the full story. And as a result, there are some events in the anime that actually create plot holes for developments down the line.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, so that's one thing. And it just, like, they skipped over a lot of stuff. And, like, Umineko is a very hard... I would love a proper Umineko anime. Like, I think that would be amazing. It's so long, and there's so much detail. To even cut out a little bit changes things. You need to have the full picture, so it's very difficult. Like, I think that they did the best they could under the circumstances, but it just didn't cut it. So I definitely don't recommend the anime if you're looking to get into Umineko.
This happens a lot with game adaptations, unfortunately.
The manga's pretty good. I have a friend who also likes When They Cry. We both like Higurashi, and that was our first When They Cry. But I was talking to him and he was like, I want to get into Umineko, but I have a hard time reading visual novels. It's just not a format that I can latch onto. So he read them. He read the manga instead, and the manga is a pretty good adaptation. I will say the thing about the manga is, so Umineko is a mystery story, and it's very much Ryukishi intended for you to be in communication with the story itself. So he intended for you to solve it. So once you get to the end, like there are things that are still not spelled out in text. Lots of people were really upset by this. So the manga has the exact same story, but it does, when you get to the end, spell things out.
I see. I am a bit of a silly little dumb cat girl, so like I'm not like super good at these stuff, but I would love to at least try and figure it out.
Yeah, and what happened with me is I like figured out most of it by the end, but there were one or two things that I was not clear on, so I did go and take a look after the fact to like shore up and make sure. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie will be over in maybe half an hour. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for looking out for me.
You got a good wifey.
I love you, wifey.
Please give me one more second to remove my cat, because he's doing his tricks again.
Remove the cat from the premises at once.
At once.
I'm gonna eat a banana. Oh, Yutaka.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, he's so whiny little boy.
Oh my god, he's upset because I'm not paying attention to him.
Aw, I'm sorry you're talking to steal your mommy.
He's fine. He's just dramatic.
Kitty go where?
この取引は私にとっては弟や妹たちと長いこと失ってきた信頼を取り戻し兄弟愛を深め合う
To deepen the love between us siblings. By the way, love means level of violence, if you don't know.
That is certainly what it means here, for real, for real.
私にとって緊急に解決したかった心の思考それが今日解決できてとても嬉しいと思うだがお前たちもこの取引を急ぎ締結することがとても嬉しいんじゃないのかね
Kraus stared at each of the siblings. They avoided his gaze with animal-like instinct.
Yutaka's jelly about the bigger cat nearby.
So true. that old cat instinct. You're paying attention to a cat that's not me? No. Only Hideyoshi was slow avoiding it. So he was caught in Kraus's gaze.
Hideyoshi 兄さん、あなたの会社非常に好調子だそうじゃないですか。トントン拍子で上場を果たし、業績も株価も右肩上がり。
Why is my mouth moving like that again? Is it catching some noise or something? Hold on.
Could be.
Nia goes ba again. Yeah, I think that was it. I think my microphone was just detecting some noise. Okay.
実にお羨ましいことです。
うちの人の話は関係ないでしょ。
だが、株主たちに対する還元を怠ったのが悪かった。そして上場した時に足回りを固めきらなかったのもまずかった。
I'll be real, I don't care a whole lot about this business talk.
Yeah, this is definitely like the worst part of episode 1 is getting through all this business shit.
自社株をだいぶ買い集められていたらしいじゃないですか。
なんでそんな話知っとるんや。
秀吉さんと同じですよ。
私に融資する人間などいないと裏を取れる程度に、私も秀吉さんの裏を取れるのです。そんな不思議があることはないじゃないですか。
It's like they're standing in a circle and everyone is stabbing each other in the back.
Just down the line.
Yeah.
Kraus grinned broadly. In contrast, Hideyoshi's face was turning obviously pale. Hideyoshi's company was a fast food chain management company that he had started from nothing. Through Hideyoshi's management efforts, performance of the business repeatedly rose and magnified, and recently a petition to make it a stock-listed company succeeded.
Trying to understand all that talk, like stock, like chicken stock or something. That is so real.
So true. That's about my level of understanding. Yeah. The greatest advantage of being in the stockholding system was that by selling stock certificates, a large amount of financing could be gained. That amount was far greater than the actual profits from the business.
So basically, it's like insider trading or something?
Something like that. This made it an extremely effective way to gather the massive funds needed to grow his company even further. However, in exchange for financing the company, the stockholders had certain rights. That was, in order to give the company that they had financed even greater profit, they had the right to observe and control it. That right was guaranteed to all stockholders, and they would sometimes use it to dismiss ineffectual management. It was the right to prevent the money they had spent financing the company from going to waste by watching the management of the company. However, if they use this right forcibly, they can eject the former management and take over the company.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the general body of all shareholders has the power to dismiss the management and nominate new management. That power is determined based on the majority decision of the stockholders.
So, majority of stockholders would just have Hideyoshi's best interests in mind? Is that what they mean?
I think it means the opposite. I think that it means if they decide that he's not doing a good job, they can get rid of him.
Ah.
And people who hold more stock get to cast more votes. In other words, if some person or group holds a majority of the stock, they can freely chase out the old management and make the president anyone they would like.
I see. So it's not good.
If they want, it is also possible for them to make themselves president. In many companies, their stock gets bought up by malicious people, and in order to prevent their position from being threatened, they make their own employees or people close to them buy a lot of stock certificates. To prevent hostile action from being taken by the majority, they try to take some kind of defensive measures. However, since Hideyoshi's company had only recently become stock-listed, he hadn't had the time to strengthen those defensive measures. No, maybe Hideyoshi himself was so engrossed in the management of his company that he couldn't realize the dangers of being stock-listed. It's hard to say whether he should be viewed as a kind-hearted and skilled manager immersed in management or a foolish manager who had his feet swept out from under him. There were people out there who would not let him get away with that naivete unscathed. They began repeatedly buying up Hideyoshi's company stock and suddenly gained such strength that they couldn't be ignored. Then they sent anonymous documents to the shareholders and began to capture the majority. The documents read, the current management continues to make pointless investments and is ignoring the needs of the stockholders. Let us force the current management to retire, cut the current wasted investments, and let this company be born again as one that gives back more to their stockholders. Do you want to take over?
Sure, sorry. It is very difficult to make the actual state of a company's management known. The success created by Hideyoshi's tiny amount of sleep and his constant concern for his company was cruelly twisted, and he lost the trust of his stockholders. Their efforts had almost collected a majority of the stock in the company. At that point, even Hideyoshi noticed and started to buy back the stock, but the stockholders, who realized that the company was undergoing an acquisition maneuver, demanded a ridiculous price for the shares that Hideyoshi was trying to buy back. They continually tortured Hideyoshi, who had no leeway in the negotiation of the price. it's really, yeah, it's like kind of sad even that he has to buy back his own company's shares. One of the certainties of capitalism is that value will rise when both parties vie for the same thing. And one of the certainties of democracy is that the majority controls everything. So in the end, whoever manages to buy up the most stock wins. Thank you for redeeming the pink dress and curled hair. I'm already wearing the dress, so let me just change the hair. Yay! Now the look is complete.
Complete, yeah, I love that hairstyle.
Hi Kintsugi, welcome, Konniya.
Hello.
I am so Akane-chan pilled now.
For real, for real.
If Hideyoshi would obtain a large sum of money at this critical time, he would be able to avoid losing all of that which he had built up. So cute, thank you. Yeah, this hairstyle goes with this dress originally. Therefore, more than anything else, he wanted a lot of money right now. He couldn't wait for the divisions of Kinzo's inheritance, which could happen at any time. Well, that explains why they are in a hurry, at least Hideyoshi and Eva. Looks like it's the case for all of them then.
Yep, they just all want money right now.
Let me just...
The wind is starting to pick up.
Yeah, it's like really, really loud.
America の裁判は極めて感情的に決まる。彼らは外国人に寛大な判決など出しはしない。先方と和解した方が結局は安上がりになると弁護士に忠告を受けたんじゃないのかね。その通りさ。
I was trying to trigger another toggle. Hold on. Kiria quickly recognized what Rudolph's complicated expression meant. Her husband had gotten wrapped up in some kind of trouble without her knowledge and had been suffering alone.
世の中なんだって金でケリがつく。失った兄弟の絆だって買い戻せるようにな。アメリカは権利侵害などにはうるさい国だ。だが金さえあれば何でも和解できる。資本主義万歳だよ。
No, thank you.
もっとも。
No, it sucks.
和解金は数百万ドルにも及びそうだとの噂もあるがね。
Rudolph had been building a large amount of wealth with a certain type of niche market. However, a niche is a niche. It's definitely not a sunny job. An American corporate giant was trying to accuse Rudolph's company of violating their rights. For various, it's really funny that this is the plotline they went with America. For various reasons, it was thought that winning the trial was extremely unlikely, and Rudolph went for an all-out surrender. But even that was a path result with money. If he could only pay that money, though it might be painful, he could still pick himself back up. But if he didn't pay, he'd lose everything. Therefore, more than anything else, he wanted a lot of money right now. I am seeing a pattern. Hold on, my pillow fell.
No.
Daがお人よしな将軍が災いしたんじゃないか。連帯保証人は気安く引き受けるものではないと思うがね。
それはクラウス兄さんとは関係ない。
Oh wow. This is
Very
like
emotional
first
right off the
time.
bat.
Yeah, this is like first time we see Rosa be this loud. Rosa that is a long word. Rosa uncharacteristically lay bare her emotions and yelled. There's no way he could know. As Kraus watched, he let slip a muffled laugh. Without exception, every one of them, more than anything else, wanted a lot of money right now. In other words, the situation had been reversed. Because only Kraus, who they were threatening, had no urgent need for a large sum of money. Compared to that, the three who were threatening him wanted money quickly, no matter what the cost. So Kraus was able to control this deal however he liked. Wow, how the tables have turned.
The tables have tabled, indeed they have.
Kraus was very sly. He had known of their Achilles' heel from the beginning. Even so, he had not been certain. Therefore, he had hidden that until the very end, and, upon closely and completely examining their attitude, he had struck back.
私もできることなら、可愛い弟や妹たちの危機に金を工面してやりたいと思っているよ。だが、残念なことに持ち合わせがなくてね。7億半もの大金が工面できるスポンサーに心当たりがあるなら、先にそちらを当たってもらいたいのだよ。
Kraus's elated words were horribly blunt. The other siblings could do nothing more than listen, grinding their teeth. If they could think of a sponsor that convenient, they wouldn't have kept up this charade. They had entered this huge battle specifically because they had exhausted all other options.
もしお前たちがどうしてもこの兄を頼りたいというなら、私の口利きでスポンサーを探してやってもよいのだが、おっと、私にはそんなものはいないと言っていた。
Oh man.
それではどうにもならんね。
Satan.
For real?
Kraus's low, gloating laugh began to fill the parlor. The younger siblings who had, until now, been driving the oldest brother into the corner, could do nothing more than grimace and grind their teeth.
冗談じゃないわ。兄さんに借りなんか作れるもんですか。冗談じゃない。冗談じゃない。
クラウス兄さんを頼ったらどう助けてくれるの？
言ったではないか。私にできるのは他のスポンサーを探すだけだよ。もちろん利息を融通してもらえるようには最大限交渉するがね。
Auntie Santa, be wild, be polite, be efficient, and have a plan to pull the rug when they're gotten comfortable on it. For real. That really sums him up real nice.
Mm-hmm.
足元見やがって。
あなた。
Oh, that's a nice side profile of Kiriya.
落ち着いて。
落ち着いてるぜ。俺は極めて冷静だぜ。クソったりが。
Kiriya grabbed her husband's hand. But that action made him feel even more pitiful, so Rudolph shook it off. Aw. Kraus laughed as though seeing that made him extremely happy. What a nasty man.
He's the
本当に親
worst.
父殿の隠し黄金が見つかればいいんだがね。そうすればすぐに25億ずつをこの場で切り分けてやれるのだが。残念残念残念至極。非常に極めて実にどうしようもなく残念だ。今宵は兄弟みんなで酒を酌み交わしながら、親父殿の隠し黄金を。
I figured out the sound of the wind is the air coming through the hole where his heart is supposed to be.
It's so real.
ベアトリーチェの碑文の謎をみんなで解き明かしてみようじゃないかね。仲良し兄弟が4人揃えばきっと解けない謎はないはずさ。
Wow.
The worst man alive.
the worst man, heartbreaking. The worst man you know just made a great point.
So this would be a good place to take a
Yeah.
pause.
Okay. Yeah. It is getting pretty late for me.
We need to get some sleep.
Yes. I promised my wifey. Well, thank you so much for coming today. Yes, since Umineko is so long, it is getting me a bit impatient, but also, honestly, it's not a problem to spread the enjoyment of something as grand as Umineko. Is how I feel about it. So thank you so much for coming, all the viewers, and thank you, Aaron, for joining me in this is experience. Man, we really saw some uncharacteristic moments for a few characters.
We sure did. I do think that next time we reconvene, I think that we're finally approaching the point where shit is truly going to hit the fan.
Oh, that makes me excited, but also really scared.
And you should be both.
Yeah. Well, that is it for today. Unfortunately, next Sunday, Aaron is not available. You can possibly be available during the week, can you?
Possibly. We'll chat.
But yeah, I will keep you guys updating on social media. But until further notice, we will reconvene in 2 weeks from now. Sunday, 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Everyone.
Dasvidaniya. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I will indeed raid. Thank you. I always forget. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna raid. Possibly someone from my lovely stream team Roar XD. So yeah.